Authentic Empress. This is going to be a brief message because it's pretty straight to the point. So something I was channeling earlier was about, especially for those of you who watch readings or you watch people's content for guidance, daily guidance, life advice, anything of that nature, right? Just be mindful that you're not being receptive of people projecting their trauma into a situation in your life that, even though there may be similarities, may not exactly be the pending outcome in regards to your personal experience. So whether this, a good example would be relationships, right? So again, everybody is a school, right? Everyone is a school of information, whether that be of low vibrational content or high vibrational content, even the in between factor. So you can definitely, as the old folks say, chew up the meat and spit out the bones. When it comes to, conversing or listening to what people may have to offer in regards to you working through discerning a situation. So an element that I'm hearing is to make sure that you are patient with whatever these decisions are, and that the Most High is priority in all of your decision making. And whatever clarity or answers that you are seeking, make sure the Most High is the priority, okay, as well as the last. So how he says, I am the Alpha and Omega. God is the person whom you should go to first. You have people who may have the light of God, or people who may have bits and pieces to the puzzle that you encounter in between, right? Or for example, if you go to friends or family, or just people out in the media, right? That's that in between factor, right? But after gathering whatever information and different pieces or whatever, right? Ingredients. Not every ingredient, just because there's a lot of different ingredients out there, it takes a certain combination of ingredients to really pull together that recipe for that meal or that entree that tastes delicious, and that really does the work, that not only tastes delicious but has nutritional value. If there's something, an ailment or a disease, an imbalance that you're targeting to repair or restore, you want to put together a certain combination of ingredients, in order to heal whatever that is, right? So again, there's a plethora of different ingredients that exist, However, it's a certain combination that's going to target whatever it is that you're targeting, or that you're looking to repair or bring order and balance to. So just keep that in mind. That's just an example of what it's like and how it is, even as it pertains to one another and the information that people has to offer. So we have conscious steps here. I can't really show y'all because I'm not going to have the phone facing me, but we have conscious steps, considered action, looking forward. So taking considerate actions, okay, as you proceed forward, right? On your path here, and it's like she's walking over stones that's over water, right? And then you have the sun in the background. So again, spirit, heavy emphasis on spirit, because people can only speak from their experiences, right? It's not that they don't have good information to offer, and that some of this information won't be considered wisdom, or of use. However, you cannot, let that overcome your own discernment and your own requirement to seek initial guidance, direct guidance from source. Sometimes people can get impatient, or sometimes people are so distracted and so impulsive that they're looking to get immediate, almost like fast food. They're looking to get immediate, satisfaction, or instant gratification in regards to information, or clarity in regards to relationships, maybe a job, maybe finances, maybe some type of level up in your life, or or just needing to understand certain experiences, or wherever you currently are within this stage or this current version of yourself. But sometimes some things take time, just like when you plant seeds. It's going to take time for that seed to become a stem, and leaves, and a tree and branches, and then fruit, right? It's going to take time, right? And sometimes you can, be a little discouraged, due to how much time something may be taking. Okay. So we have Archangel Haniel, joy, blessings, and intuition. And then we also have sensitivity and strength, tapping the forces within. So I feel like, something I used to always say is your inner navigational system. We all have an internal navigational system, okay, spiritually, that may require your senses above anything else in order for you to truly be able to heed and follow whatever guidance it is providing you, right? So I'm being called to say everything is not as bad as it seems, right? But sometimes when something is in the unknown category of life, right, we can have a tendency to anticipate the worst. So again, it's okay to, if you want to seek guidance, it's okay to listen to tarot and different things like that, but you have to make sure you are not in totality eliminating your own inner, like, your inner navigation, right? So we have the healing heart. And then right next to that, it says the currents of emotion. So healing heart says love, acceptance, and romance. And then current of emotion says uncontrolled feelings, right? So you guys, this is something I'm going to have to touch bases with you later on. Again, I only have time to do a very brief read. But again, this is just a channel message that I'm getting here. Know that that is a thing. Sometimes, right? Sometimes people can be, projecting even in tarot readings, even in, like I said, people can speak from where they are. Some people are really speaking from spirit, right? But sometimes, you can have a tendency to, like, kind of create unnecessary damage of harm by anticipating the worst and allowing your fears to steer you on this path, or steer you in regards to situationships, or dealing with people and stuff like that, because you got a history of people betraying your trust, right? People abandoning you, certain traumas, right? So don't allow your trauma to steer the wheel, okay? So giving people grace and always having that middle ground of, okay, I can only control myself, right? You can only control your own emotions. You can only control yourself, right? And allow people the opportunity to speak for themselves. And if you feel like you sense, like if your sensories, right, if your discernment is making you feel like something may be deceptive or whatever, you have to develop a strong enough connection with the divine in order to get that clarity of truth. You have to. Okay, because we can go deeper into the understanding of our own hearts and stuff like that, and opposed to God's, understanding, right? For, I have plans. So I'm not quoting the scripture correctly, but that scripture that's basically talking about, for I know the plans that I have for you, those of good, those of grace and, beauty and mercy and these type of things, right? But sometimes we, like I said, our flesh, our human selves, the trauma, the spirit of the residual, entity attachments or spirits, energies, residual feelings, residual emotions associated with trauma, right, from our past, can have a tendency to paralyze us, in a sense. Innocence, paralyze your innocence, or paralyze your perception of the innocence of others, right? You could get into a space of looking at everybody like, nobody's trustworthy, or nobody has the capacity to be trustworthy according to you. And it's like, you want to be careful with that. So it says release your guilt. So if you've done this, if you've made this mistake, release your guilt, because it happens. Right? This is not something that you wanted to do on purpose. This is something that you did from a place of pain. Okay? It says your potential is endless. Okay? We're dealing with with an eternal God. And the thing is, I did see a card that talked about eternity that came out for us. So we got creation and then phase entanglements. Phase entanglement. So, phases is like something that it happens for a moment, then it goes away. Okay? We got prophets and ancient seers. Emotional desert. Listen, some people, you have to be mindful of whom you're receiving guidance from, because some people, may not be completely healed, and like I said, they could be speaking from an unhealed place, right? And projecting that into your situations or into scenarios or potential scenarios that may be relatable to you. So you have to always remember to seek clarity from the divine with whatever information you get. It says you never needed those wings to fly. So this is talking about this codependency on others, like their perception of the world or their perception of seeing things, where they're currently grounded in, because of where they currently are within their healing journey, what phase that they're currently in. So we got the escapist card and we have mirror. So mirroring, be mindful, because you could possibly be mirroring other people's situations or other people's decisions on how they're going to, show up in the world because of the current phase that they're in. So it says, escapists, come home to yourself. Mirror, treat your body like the palace it is. Okay? It is not a cemetery. Okay? And I'm not just talking about what you eat as far as food, but what you consume as far as information. Okay? And a cemetery is usually a place of grieving and tears and sadness and, endings or fixation on endings sometimes, right? Death. So things that are intended to be ended so there can be some type of rebirth. So we have raindrops, take a chance on them. This is in the reverse. And then we have evil queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. Okay? But you see how that slipped out of my mouth just now. You deserve salt. You don't deserve salt. But the fact that we have ancient seers and we have prophets here, okay? It didn't say a divine prophet. Didn't the Most High say there would be many false prophets? You need to make sure whatever prophets or prophetesses, seers that you're listening to, that you're adhering to, have a healed heart or they have a healing heart, okay? That these people have released, things up from the depths that are difficult to release. We have up from the depth, releasing difficulty. So release difficulty. Okay, we got decisions, predictive guidance. Okay, emotional desert is inactivity and isolation. And then right behind that card is goddess of dreams, vision, intuition, and receptivity. So what are you being receptive of? Okay, we got to swim away from this situation. Some of you guys are going to be guided away from listening to certain people, from watching certain people, especially if there's like if you've created like a codependency on these people's, guidance or, this info. Okay, so a healthy person would tell you, hey, don't just take it from me. Seek your clarity and your answers from God first before anything else. If you listen to anything coming from me, go and get that clarity about whatever I say from the Most High. Okay, honor your own intuition, your discernment, right? Meditate, be centered, sit in silence, sit with meditative lyricless music. Ground yourself, okay? It says confidence, it comes with time and practice. So some of you guys' confidence may have been shooken up, and so you became more reliable on external sources. Just make sure, if anything, make sure that your dependency and your reliability is first with the Most High, okay? Sword, it says make the change. All right, so some of you guys are being encouraged to make a change here, okay? To limit this dependency on other people's, guidance and stuff, and the constant need to know what's next, like what's going to happen next, or all the details. God said that, eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard, all the things I have planned for you. You will not see, you will not hear everything God has planned for you. But he said that he has intentions, he has thoughts of you that are good. And this is making me emotional because this is a very emotional thing. It is, and I can feel the emotion of the people who are going to view this video. I can feel the emotion of the collective who just feel like they just have to know, and they, it's becoming toxic, this dependency, this codependency on cultures such as, tarot and things like that. There's nothing wrong with tarot. However, you need to find a balance, and you need to make sure that you understand these are people. The concept is them seeking guidance from the divine angels, from the Most High, from the divine ancestors, from divine spirit guides, from their higher selves, intuition and discernment. That is what's being reflected to us. That's what's being mirrored. With that being said, what you need to take from that more than anything is to do that within yourself. Do that for yourself. It says take control of your own narrative. Be mindful that you're not accepting the narrative that other people create, speaking from whatever current phase that they are in their healing journey, which could be from an unhealed place. Okay? Don't consume the projections of other people's traumas. Okay? But that's all I have for you guys, and I will see you next time.